Look at me, look at your life, and be honest with yourself for once. How many times have you gone to bed at night knowing you wasted another day? How many times have you looked in the mirror and hated the person staring back at you, not because of how you look, but because deep down you know you're lying to yourself? Every single day you're given a chance. A gift, another sunrise, another 24 hours, another shot at changing everything. But you waste it scrolling, you waste it complaining, you waste it wishing instead of working, and every wasted day is one step closer to the grave. And when that day comes, because it will, you'll either die remembered or you'll die forgotten. You'll either die as someone who fought for their dreams, their family, their legacy, or you'll die a loser. Don't die a loser, because losers aren't just people who failed. Failure is part of the journey. A loser is someone who quit on themselves, someone who chose comfort over courage, someone who had the same 24 hours as everyone else but decided to sleep through life. Listen carefully. Life doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't care about your background, your struggles, or your feelings. Life only respects action. It only respects discipline. It only respects the ones who fight back. You think the world owes you something? It doesn't. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to knock on your door and hand you success. If you're weak, you get crushed. If you're lazy, you stay broke. If you're soft, you get forgotten. That's reality. Now you've got two choices. Keep hiding behind your excuses, or rise up and start building the life you know you're capable of. Let me tell you something. Regret is the heaviest chain a human can carry. And most people will die chained, not because they weren't given a chance, but because they never had the courage to take it. When you're 70, 80, or lying in a hospital bed with your body failing, the money you wasted won't matter. The cheap thrills won't matter. What will haunt you are the things you never did, the dreams you buried, the person you could have been but chose not to be. That pain is worse than any failure, worse than any struggle, worse than any sacrifice. That's why I'm telling you right now. Fight for yourself while you can. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the right time, because the right time doesn't exist. The only time you have is now. The clock is ticking. And every tick is a countdown to your death. Your biggest enemy isn't society. It isn't the government. It isn't your parents or your circumstances. Your biggest enemy is you, the lazy you, the weak you. The version of you that whispers, just relax, just skip today, just do it tomorrow. That voice will destroy your life if you let it. Every day is a war between the version of you that wants comfort and the version of you that wants greatness. And the one you feed is the one that wins. So ask yourself, which version are you feeding today? Because every time you choose weakness, you kill your potential. And every time you choose discipline, you build your future. The pain of regret is not something you understand in the moment. It's not like a cut on your hand or a bruise on your body that hurts instantly. Regret is quiet. It's patient. It hides in the shadows of your life, waiting for the years to pass. You might feel fine today. You might think you've got time. You might believe tomorrow will always come. But one day, you'll wake up and realize the chance you thought you had is gone. That's when regret grabs you by the throat. It's the heavy weight pressing against your chest when you realize you wasted opportunities that will never return. It's looking in the mirror and seeing not the person you dreamed of becoming, but the person you settled to be. And the truth is, nothing hurts more than knowing you had the power, the time, the ability, and you chose comfort instead. People think regret comes from failure. They think making a mistake is the worst pain in life, but they're wrong. Failure is a lesson. Failure is a step forward. Failure is a scar that proves you tried. The real pain comes from doing nothing, from standing still while the world moves forward, from watching other people live the life you wanted while you sit on the sidelines convincing yourself that you'll try someday. Regret is the voice in your head at night that whispers you could have been more. It's not loud, it's haunting, and the worst part, there's no way to fix it once it arrives too late. You have a choice today. Right now, you can either take the risk, push through the struggle, and embrace failure on the path to becoming more, or you can hide from discomfort and let regret eat you alive years from now. Which pain do you want to carry? The pain of discipline and effort, or the unbearable weight of regret? One will shape you into the person you're meant to be. The other will break you slowly, day after day, until you breathe your last breath knowing you died with your potential still inside you. Don't let that be your story. Don't let regret be your final chapter. Struggle builds kings because nothing great has ever been born from comfort. Look at the strongest men in history, the leaders, the warriors, the visionaries who changed the world. They all came from pain, from hunger, from nights of doubt, from battles that could have broken them. It wasn't luxury that carved them into legends. It wasn't comfort that sharpened their minds or hardened their spirit. It was struggle. It was the sleepless nights wondering if they could keep going. It was the pain of being rejected, underestimated, and doubted. That suffering was the fire that forged their strength. Without it, they would have been ordinary, but they endured, they embraced the hardship, and in that process, they became unbreakable. Most people run from struggle because it doesn't feel good. It's easier to stay comfortable, to avoid the challenge, to take the safe route. But comfort is a prison disguised as peace. Comfort slowly rots you from the inside until you forget what you're capable of. Struggle, on the other hand, is the battlefield where your character is built. It's where discipline is tested. It's where you find out who you really are. And the truth is, you don't truly know yourself until life punches you in the face, until you're on the ground bleeding, until everything inside you screams to quit. But you stand up anyway. That moment defines you. That's where kings are made. If you're struggling right now, if life feels heavy and you don't see a way out, I need you to understand this. You are in the process of becoming. Every setback is building your resilience. Every failure is shaping your wisdom. Every painful day is training your spirit to carry the weight of the life you're chasing. You can't skip this part. You can't fast forward through it. Because the struggle you face today is the exact thing that will make you strong enough to handle tomorrow's success. Without this storm, you will never be ready for the crown. So stop running from the pain. Stop wishing it away. Instead, wear it like armor. Smile when life tests you, because every test is proof that you're still in the game. Every tear, every scar, every sleepless night is a down payment on your destiny. Struggle is not the enemy, it's the teacher, the trainer, the path. Only those willing to bleed, to sacrifice, to endure, will rise to the top. And when they stand there, crowned by victory, they understand the truth. It wasn't the success that made them kings, it was the struggle that forced them to become worthy of it. Desire is cheap. Everybody has desire. Everybody wants to be rich, respected, powerful, loved. You can ask the laziest man on the street what he wants, and he'll tell you he wants success. That's the problem. Desire costs nothing. Talking about your goals costs nothing. Dreaming about a better life costs nothing, and because it costs nothing, it's worthless without action behind it. What separates the ones who win from the ones who rot in mediocrity is not desire, it's discipline. Discipline is the muscle most people refuse to train. Discipline is what takes a wish and turns it into a reality. Without it, you're just another person sitting around with big talk and no results. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do long after the feeling has left you. It's waking up when the alarm hits, not because you feel motivated, but because you promised yourself you would. It's hitting the gym when your body is tired, working on your craft when your mind wants distraction, studying when everyone else is partying. Discipline is sacrifice. It's trading temporary pleasure for permanent progress, and the truth is, most people don't have the stomach for it. They want comfort more than growth. They want to feel good now instead of building a future that will feel incredible later. That's why they'll die broke, fat, unfulfilled, talking about what could have been. They lived their lives as slaves to desire instead of masters of discipline. When you look at people who win, who dominate, who build empires, understand this, they don't always feel like it. They don't wake up motivated every day. They don't have superhuman willpower. What they have is the habit of discipline. They've trained themselves to do the hard things no matter how they feel. That's why they get results ordinary people can't even imagine. Success doesn't belong to the most talented or the most gifted. It belongs to the most disciplined, The ones who can silence the excuses, ignore the distractions, and stay consistent when it would be easier to quit. If you want a better life, stop worshiping desire. Desire will lie to you. It will tell you that you can wait until tomorrow. It will convince you that skipping one day won't matter. It will whisper that you deserve to rest when you haven't even earned the right to stop. Discipline will never lie to you. Discipline is brutal but fair. It gives you exactly what you earn. If you stay disciplined long enough, success becomes inevitable. If you abandon discipline for desire, failure becomes guaranteed. That's the truth nobody wants to hear, but it's the truth that will save your life. Stop being a slave to feelings and start being a master of discipline, because only discipline will carry you to the life you keep dreaming about. The hardest battle you will ever fight is not against the world, not against your enemies, not even against the people who doubt you. The hardest battle is against yourself. Every single day you wake up, there's a version of you that wants to stay weak, stay comfortable, stay the same. That version whispers excuses into your ear. Sleep a little longer. You can do it tomorrow. One more distraction won't hurt. It's the voice that wants you soft, lazy, and forgettable. And if you don't crush that voice, it will own you. It will steal your potential and bury your dreams before you ever touch them. That is the war inside your own head, and it's a war that never ends. The problem is most people don't even realize they're fighting it. They think life is just hard, or the world is unfair, or success is reserved for other people. But in reality, the battle is internal. Your weakness is dragging you down, and your strength is begging to rise. The question is, which side are you feeding? Every choice you make feeds one of those two versions. Every time you give in to laziness, the weak version of you grows stronger. Every time you push through discomfort, the strong version of you takes control. That's the real fight. That's the real war. You don't lose the war when someone else beats you. You lose the war the moment you betray yourself. The moment you break promises to yourself. The moment you know you should act, but you let fear or comfort take the wheel. And the longer you let that weak version of you win, the harder it becomes to fight back. That's why most people spend their whole lives living half dead, because they surrendered in silence to their weaker self. But you are not bound to stay that way. You can declare war on your weakness. You can choose to silence the excuses, to push yourself even when it hurts, to stand up every time that voice says, "Stay down." Victory in this war isn't about winning once, it's about winning daily. It's about winning moment to moment, every rep at the gym, every hour spent building your future. Every time you resist the temptation to waste time, you're taking territory back from the enemy inside you. And here's the truth. The stronger version of you is already there, waiting. It's been buried under years of bad habits and broken promises, but it's not gone. It's alive, and it's ready to rise the moment you start fighting for it. Don't wait. Don't keep handing over your life to weakness. Stand up and fight the war with yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. One day you will either look back and salute the warrior you became, or you'll look back and realize you were conquered by your own excuses. The choice is yours. Legacy is not about what you own, it's about what you leave behind. One day, the car you drive will rust, the money in your account will be spent, the clothes you wear will be forgotten. None of it will matter. What will matter is your name. When people hear it, will it carry weight or will it mean nothing? Legacy is the invisible thread that ties your actions today to the memories people will carry of you tomorrow. Most people never think about it. They live like their choices are temporary, but in reality, every choice is carving your name into history, whether as a winner, a coward, or a loser. Legacy is not built overnight. It's built in the unseen hours, in the decisions no one claps for, in the sacrifices nobody notices. It's built in how you carry yourself, how you treat people, how relentless you are in chasing what you say you want. Legacy is not about being liked, it's about being respected. It's about creating something that stands when you are gone. And here's the brutal truth. If you live weak, if you live average, if you spend your days chasing comfort, your legacy will be one of regret and failure. Your children will inherit your excuses. Your name will fade with your last breath. But if you live with fire, if you push past fear, if you demand more of yourself every single day, your legacy will echo long after you're gone. People will remember you as the one who didn't quit. Your family will stand taller because of the foundation you built. Your story will inspire people you'll never meet. That's the power of legacy. It outlives you. And the only way to build it is through action, sacrifice, and consistency. Ask yourself right now, if you died today, what would your legacy be? Would people remember you as someone who wasted potential, or as someone who fought for every inch of their life? Would your children be proud to carry your name, or ashamed of the weakness you left them? These questions are uncomfortable, but they're necessary, because the truth is, you are writing your legacy with every sunrise, whether you realize it or not. So stop living like your days don't matter. Stop pretending you have forever. You don't. Your time is limited, and one day it will end. When it does, all that will be left is your name and the story attached to it. Make sure it's a story worth telling. Make sure it's a story that demands respect. Make sure your legacy screams that you were here, that you fought, that you built something unshakable. Because at the end of it all, you can lose money, you can lose comfort, you can lose battles, but if you build the right legacy, you will never truly die. You've heard the truth, you've felt it in your chest. Life is not waiting for you. The clock is ticking, and every second is another step closer to your last breath. You can either spend those seconds hiding, scrolling, wasting, complaining, or you can stand up and fight. You can decide right now that you will not die forgotten. You will not leave this earth as a man who wasted his potential. You will not die a loser. Understand this. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. One demands sweat, sacrifice, and sleepless nights. The other will follow you to the grave, whispering in your ear that you could have been more. Which pain do you want to carry? The choice is yours. Your struggle is the very thing that will make you unbreakable. Your battles will forge your strength. Every tear, every failure, every setback is a step closer to the man or woman you are supposed to become. Stop fearing the fight, stop fearing the pain, embrace it because that is where your crown is earned. Struggle builds kings and discipline secures the throne. When death finally comes, let it find you standing tall. Let it find you unafraid, knowing you gave everything you had. Let it find you with a legacy so strong that your name echoes beyond your lifetime. That is what life demands of you, so rise up. Stop waiting. Stop hiding. Stop lying to yourself. Go to war with your weakness. Build a legacy that cannot be erased, because when the end comes, and it will, there is only one thing that matters. You either die a king or you die a loser.